Jordan, just what's his first few weeks been like at Tennessee?
It's been great experience. It's something new and constantly learning every day. It's really been good. Just trying to get better each day, 1%, and really just trying to get the chemistry going with the team, so we can all really just vibe one together and get better.
What's the learning curve, if any?
I'd say really just there's not really much of a learning curve. I'd say the biggest thing is just paying close attention to details. You know, it's two different coaches I have, Coach Barnes and Coach Dickerson. Here you gotta really pay attention to details. That's probably one of the biggest things I'd say.
When you were being recruited, when you entered the portal, what was the dynamic like with your dad?
My dad really played like the dad role, I'd say, not really like more of a coach. I was really more talking with Coach Barnes, Coach GP, and they were really big help on my decision to come in here.
What's it like to kind of have this reunion with your dad in a sense?
It's been good. You know, this is my first time really having him coach me for real, and it's been enjoyable, I'd say. We have like some moments on the court where it's like me and him are thinking the same way, and it's pretty cool, I'd say.
What kind of areas of your game that you've been focusing on improving this offseason?
Really decision making, getting stronger has been a big key. My handling the basketball a lot more. And then I'd say just playing more with confidence, I'd say.
What was Rick and GP's message to you during that recruiting process?
I'd say it was just, they weren't really like driving a message toward me. There was like more so keeping it like more of a family, I'd say, and just making sure like our connection was good, because in the recruiting process you don't want to just drive a certain message on someone's throat all the time. You just like want to have a good mutual connection to where it's like more so not player coach, more so player and family, I'd say, like someone above me.
You said you were ball handling more. How much more are you going to be playing the point guard here compared to USC Upstate?
Probably a lot more, but it's just more so getting a feel to it as well. Being able to learn new positions is always a great thing, a great skill to have.
What was it about the program that made you feel like you'd be a good fit for it?
Just being here, you know, and seeing the culture around here would be good, and then just seeing what I can bring to the table for us to help us win and really make it a March and win throughout March.
Has it been hard to gain or maintain that confidence being at a higher level now?
Week 4 now, no, not as much. I'm getting more confident day by day, but I'd say for sure like the first couple of days were a little rough, but I still stayed confident, stayed trusting the own process that I have, and trying to achieve my goals that I have.
You played here a couple of years ago. Did you have any idea that you might be back here at this level in this situation?
No, but I always had like the thought in my head, always trying to be able to play at the next highest level for me. And coming back here, well, going back 2 years and playing here was a wild experience, I'd say. I was on the bad end of it, but it was all a learning experience, and it was fun.
When you told your dad that you were committing here, what was his reaction and kind of the emotion surrounding that?
He was happy. He was supporting me, and he was all for it. He was just ready for me to get to work, and one message was to just keep working and never like get bored with it, and just always find love, keep love with me.
What were the conversations you had with him throughout the transfer process?
Just what coaches are really serious about it, and because when that first day or first and second day really came, it was just a bunch of coaches calling, just put their name in the hat, I'd say. And then throughout like that first week, you really saw who was really serious about it, like what head coaches are calling you. And he was just saying, just focus on who's really serious about you and who actually really wants you to do.
You mentioned attention to detail at the top. Is that detail on the court, detail off the court? Just what are some of the details that you really try to hone in on?
Well, they both really just play a big role, and they all tie in together, but mainly just getting the details on the court majority, because that's where like the biggest jump for me has to be on the court, and being able to pay great attention to details is just what's going to get me on the court as well.
What do you feel like? What do you feel like you've been able to add to the team these last couple of weeks, and will be able to during the season?
A lot of vocal and a little bit better in leadership, because this is a junior year going to, and that's something I have to bring to the table. I just can't sit back and not say anything and be quiet, but I have to give some input to the younger guys and help them and build them up.
Which details are harder to consume, the offensive side or the defensive side of the ball?
More so the offensive side because it's so specific, and then even on the defensive end, you have to pay close attention to ball screen coverages and things like that. But I'd say more so on the offensive end, it's a little more difficult.
You made such a big splash as a freshman. How rewarding was it to follow up on that year with such a strong sophomore season?
It was good. I really enjoyed it. My sophomore year was more so me trying to really be like the leader of my team, and that was another big jump that I had to make because I wasn't really used to taking on that role, but I had to as a sophomore, and the guys really looked up to me. But looking back on it, it was enjoyable. I loved it, loved every bit of it. Wish we ended off the right way, but it was all good. Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else for Jordan?
Sure.
Jordan, thank you, man.
Appreciate it.